coming? It should tell us. Oh, we're live. We're live, live. Okay. Well, welcome, you guys, to Woman Winning Wednesday. We are live. This is, your girl, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. We do this every Wednesday at 7:30. Tonight, we're a little bit late because of some little issues with this Facebook. I'm telling you, tonight, I want to shout out my sponsors. So I just want to shout out Nare. I have to shout out the person that does my flyers and keep my graphics on point. Now, Ray, if y'all looking for somebody to design y'all websites, if y'all looking for somebody to design y'all flyers, if y'all looking for somebody to big your business, to promote, to enhance your business, hit Ray up. Also, I want to shout out another sponsor is a celebrity style hairs.com. Why look like the rest when you can look like the best? Your girl, ChanelMonique.com. Also tonight I want to shout out my daughter's organization, Girls United for Life. She is a sponsor of the show. She puts in work for the Chanel Monique, the Woman Winning Wednesday. So tonight, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all up any longer. I got somebody on here that I'm super, super honored to have. Listen, she's so amazing. I've been following her for years. I met her through one of my friends. And that's how we supposed to connect. If you see your friends connecting with someone, and that's an endorsement, because that's like an endorsement. That's like a brand endorsing you. When you see your friends following somebody and they're doing great things, you can connect with them as well, because your next blessing is going to come from who you connected to. And so tonight I got my girl. She is an entrepreneur. She is a former business owner, boutique owner, successful boutique as well, that got all the hottest, all the latest clothes that you could think of. She had stylists in there doing makeup and hair and things like that. So she put people on, and that's what a boss is. A boss puts somebody else on to make some money. If you don't do that, then you ain't a boss. So I just had to say that part right there, because that's what bosses do, ain't that right? Put somebody else in position to make money. Now she has transitioned over to being a business coach after owning her own business and putting other people on and getting them started in business as well. So she gonna share some awesome tips with us tonight. I got my girl Angie Hall. Tell them who it is, the infamous, the famous Angie Hall. Tell them who you are. I know I didn't do no justice, so you could give them a little bit more for me now.
Well, what can I say?
See, I love it.
First of all, I gotta say, my name is Angie. I'm Angie Hall. A lot of people know me. I'm a very soul person. I love everything about business, but I just want to give a few disclaimers. I'm very straight up. I'm very real. I may say some things that you may not like, but you don't have to like it. I may love it. You don't have to, and that's how it is. But I'm very real and I'm very straightforward. I'm not for the weak of heart, but I give it to you how it is. And that's just, who I am. That's just Angie. I'm entrepreneur for 13 years. I first started out with I didn't start out with a shoe store. I started out with some modeling gig things, and I had a calendar. So that was when I first put my foot into entrepreneurship. I opened up my first boutique in 2007. It was a shoe boutique. I had that for 2 years. Closed it when my mom got sick, and then from there I had a mobile shoe boutique. I took a truck, gutted out the inside, and turned into a boutique. I did online, all of that, and just other things in between. I'm a nonprofit owner. I just, if I couldn't run a business, start a business, pursue dreams, I don't know what I would be doing. I would probably be bored. But I just keep myself going. I just love everything about business.
Well, listen, I love the fact that she gave you a disclaimer before you got on here right now. Now, I'm real too, Angie, and I'm cut. I'm gonna tell it how it is because this is our platform. We don't have to be for who nobody else want us to be. We be
Right.
who we are, and that's who we are. The truth. I mean, you listen. I would rather have no friends from telling the truth than a bunch of fake friends from lying to them. I'm gonna
Right.
just tell you that right now. I want my sucker to be real and be able to come to me and say, you know what, you need to get that off Facebook. You know what, you need to stop dealing with so and so because he out here making you look a fool. You know what, you might need to put that business down and start going out and doing corporate coaching and things like. I had one of my friends tell me that. She said and so I understand what you're saying, you know. And so
Mhm.
you being you said 13 years. Tell us
Yeah.
how you got started in 13 years in business, girl.
I started in 2007, and the thing about it when I started, I'll give you two things about when I started.
Okay.
I started in entrepreneurship when women weren't really business owners. There weren't a lot of business owners. Um, Many people weren't really accessing the internet like that. We didn't have internet in our hands. It was you had the computer, so you weren't able to really log on with your phone and go shopping from your phone. Everything was I got to shop when I get home. Um, so I started in an era when there weren't many female business owners. Um, Many people didn't have access to the internet, so it wasn't easy access. There was the grind was a lot different. There was the grind when I literally go out and put flyers on cars and pass out flyers in Walmart and stand out in the hot sweat. There was no social media pushing of any kind. It was literally blood, sweat, and tears. And then even in 2007 when I first started, I started a shoe boutique. And with that boutique, at that time, there weren't a lot of females really wearing heels. Right now, everything we putting on heels with. And
Yeah.
back, when I first started, there weren't a lot of women heels. The women where I started it at, which was in Wilson, North Carolina, about 45 minutes from Raleigh, the women weren't really wearing heels, so they would walk in the store and they'd be like, "All you have is heels." Yeah, that I was trying to introduce something, and I can't say it worked or it didn't work, but I had to close early because my mother got sick. So I just came in a different era in 2007 where I literally had to grind, and that was not grind posting on social media 5, 6 times a day. This was literally getting out, marketing, walking on foot, mouth, word of mouth. That's the era I started in.
Well, let me explain something to you. That that's called a street team. I know for a fact that's
Routine.
true
I had a street
grinding right
team.
there. That's putting in work. So you know the back. That's what we got to do these days now.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are not on social media, but Corona, but we can wear our masks. But
Mm-hmm.
we can still do that in our business because, like you said, word of mouth is the best advertisement that a person can get.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else tell you about somebody else's business, like my friend introduced me to you, and when I that was word of mouth. I'm
Word.
like, okay, let me go follow her. Let me, and so that and here it is now. It's been some years, and I've seen you do so many amazing things. You said your mother had got sick, and I know she and my condolences to you and your son. I totally understand how that is because I do fight a battle myself, so I know how that is. And you have a son that it went to college. So you've been successful. I don't care what you say. If
Yeah.
it didn't, it did work. It worked because listen, you're able to teach people right now about that business, about how you went through the ups and the downs. And that's, and how you hustle from you got it from the mud. I'm gonna just say that's the mud. You
I
got
got
it
it
from
out of the mud. I tell people that all the time. There's one thing to say, I got it out the mud, but there's literally another thing to say, I literally got it out the mud. I mean, I'm gonna just say this one little part.
go ahead, go ahead, go
When
ahead.
I had my mobile boutique, right? I had my mom had just came home from the hospital. I bought a box truck, a 14-foot box truck. It was from a electrician, so it was a bunch of mess in the back. I gutted out the whole back, put down hardwood floors, painted the walls pink, put up slat wall, had racks on the inside. I turned a box truck into a boutique. So every Saturday and Sunday, I don't know if you remember in Raleigh when they had the flea market on Rock Quarry Road.
Yes.
Every Saturday and Sunday for 2 years, I would get out and I would go to the flea market and set up 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't care if I went out to the club the night before. I would set up at 7 o'clock in the morning at the flea market, and we stayed out there till 5 or 6 o'clock in every evening. It could be 10 degrees outside, or it would be 105 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It could be Mother's Day, or it could be Christmas. I went out there on Christmas one time, and that's when I say I got it out the mud. Like, you, not many people is gonna stand out there in 105 degrees selling shoes out of a
Exactly.
truck with no AC in the back. So I really put in that dirty, sweat, tired, but I did it every Saturday and Sunday. And that's how I really learned how to really, really hustle. I was out there with nothing but men. There were not a lot of women. There were mostly men selling CDs and DVDs and the
His
sneakers
shoes.
and the
Yeah.
bags. And I was the
His
female
feet.
out there getting it with them.
Yes.
So yeah, I really literally did get it out the mud. I learned entrepreneurship just being surrounded by the people and other business owners that I was around. But I actually learned by trial and error. Everything was trial and error.
Trial and error, and that's the best way to sometimes learn, because you're going to be able to teach people how not to make those mistakes. And me and you talked about that, how not to do those type of things. And I wanted to go over, I know you have you was when you had your boutique in Wilson, you said you started from Wilson, and you had an amazing, you had an amazing boutique there, and you started doing teas for with your nonprofits. Tell us a little bit about your nonprofit. I
Well, my nonprofit, I started how I started with my nonprofit. I went out of work. I did work a full time job while, when I first started my business. At that time, I did work a full time job. I worked full time job that company for 14 years. Well, in 2009, after my mom got out of the hospital, I went out of work. Actually, 2008, she was in the hospital. I went out of work due to a shoulder surgery, a rotator cuff tear. So I was out of work for a few years, and I started school, and my income had slowed down, but there was nothing. I never felt like, oh, I'm not going to make it, or my bills are not going to get paid. I always looked at it like there's someone out here that is going through a worse situation than me. So that is how I started my nonprofit. And my first event was a back to school event. I thought there was not going to be anyone there. Turned out my very first year doing it, we had about 400 kids. And every year after that, it increased from 400 to about 650 to about 1,000, so like 1,200, and it just kept growing and growing. And even with that, offering community support with the Back to School Summit, I did Pamper Me Pretty, which we provided services to young girls from ages 8 to 15. We did food drives. I did a lot along with the community, because I can't do anything by myself as far as my nonprofit, but the community came together to support me with the events that I was doing, and I loved it. Everything was great, but sometimes you have to take a step back, and this was the year in 2020 when I decided to take a step back from everything, because if you're not in a mental place and at peace in yourself, if you're not together mentally, if your body's not together physically, you can't be any good to anyone else. But I started the nonprofit in 2008, and it wasn't up until 2020, which COVID would have stopped it anyway. But 2020 was the year I decided to take a break and just focus on me and my new projects coming forth.
Well, I don't think you took a break. I think you moved at the time that you were supposed to
That
move.
I was supposed to, right?
Yeah, because you said COVID kicked in, and you already have felt like you need to move on to the next level. And
Mm-hmm.
so now we're going to talk about how you going to the next level, and you're a business coach. You're teaching women how
Mm-hmm.
to run a successful business. You're coaching them. Tell us a little bit about that business, because I mean, you got 13 years of experience. That's enough to be able to coach some women. Listen, that's the plenty, plenty to be able to coach these women to success. Tell us a little bit about that.
Um, well, in 2014, um, I was fired from my first job. It wasn't my job that I had for 14 years. I decided to go work for a different company. And 3 months into the job, I was fired. And I've never been fired from a job before. I hated the job anyway. So when they fired me, I was like, yay, can I go? Please let me out of here. And it wasn't until I walked out the first month or two, I was, nervous and scared and how am I going to make it? And, I'm a single parent. But after that, it was like, I'm not going to work for no one else because I'm not going to let anyone talk junk to me. I'm not going to, give everyone all of this. And I'm having not getting the promotions that I wanted. I'm still having to train the people, but they won't give me the job. They're giving other people the job, making me train them. And it was like, okay, that's when I decided to reopen my boutique in January 2015. And I got a long run and it was great. But in 2019, I became tired. And that is when November, I had a little stress, family issues and everything going on October. And it was like God kept saying to close, let it go. I got something else for you. And I couldn't understand it. And I fought against him for about 3 or 4 months. My best friend was telling me to, like, Angie, just let it go. You could do something else. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to. I was still coaching people. Had started coaching people then. I had started hosting my business classes at my boutique.
Yeah, you did.
But in November, God was saying clear as day, let it go. Yeah. And the day I turned in that key, it was like a sense of relief. Like the pressure was off of my chest and I now can do everything that I really want to do. And I want to teach, and I want to teach at a community college, and I want to give people resources, and I want them to learn from my mistakes. And it just, I was given an opportunity to be able to do so. And lo and behold, the coronavirus came, and I started speaking on that in January. And I started asking people, I went on a live and I said, if coronavirus comes to the US and it shuts down all of the imports that comes into the US, is your business ready? And there were a lot of people that were saying, yes, my business, my wholesale vendor in China is not going to shut down. No one really believed it was going to come until it hit the US in February. And once everything shut down in like March of April, that was when God really revealed to me, that is why I told you to let it go. There was no way I would have been able to sustain in business once the whole world basically shut down. And if I didn't listen to God, I would have been just like a lot of business owners. I would have been forced out, still had to pay rent, and still would have been sued for back rent. I would have been one of those. And I'm glad that I listened to God in November and shut down before it could really impact my business. But even still, it grew another business. So the coronavirus shut down one, but it grew another. And that is how I basically started to expand with my business coaching and just taking this time to learn. I take a lot of other classes and other coaches. I attend their classes because, knowledge is very powerful. So I take the things that I learn and I like to teach. And that's basically how I began to grow Angie the Biz Coach, even to a bit higher platform than what it already was.
Oh, and also I know you have a coach as well. So
I have a coach.
Yeah, I know that too. So listen, I pay attention. You have a coach that coaches you, and so and that's a good coach. I mean, a coach has to have a coach, somebody coaching them.
You have to be coachable.
Exactly.
You have to be coachable. And even though I am a business coach, I have a life coach and I have a business coach. So I have both, and both of them have kept me on track. They get me in order, so yeah, I have a life coach and I have a business coach.
And I love that. I love that fact that you feel like you never arrived and you continue to grow yourself. And that's so amazing because a lot of women right now feel like they got it. And they don't understand that to stay humble and understand that somebody else can teach you a little bit more because they done lived a little bit longer. And I'm big on that. I'm big on listening to my sisters. What have you learned so that I don't have to make those mistakes? Right. A lot of people want to go out here, I got this, but as soon as they bump their head against the wall, they like, I should have listened to Angie, the biz coach. I should have listened to Angie. I should have called Angie up. Now, how do they get in contact with you, Angie, for your coaching business?
Well, you can find me on social media, of course. My Instagram is Angie the Biz Coach. My Facebook is Angie the Biz Coach. And my email is angietheBizCoach@gmail.com. Or you can email me at info@angietheBizCoach.com. My website is now live. That's what I was doing earlier today. I was like, let me hit publish. Like, let me go to, so it's still, some stuff that needs to be done, but it's beautiful. Shout out to my graphics person, Kim Shields. But she did my website for me. It's beautiful. There's some things that's going to be added and changed around, but yeah, my website, I launched it today. She probably doesn't even know I launched it, but I hit the button to launch it because I knew I was coming on with you. I had to. But yeah, if anybody wants to, they can go to my website, Angie the Biz Coach, Angie TheBiz Coach.com. And on there I have, my books are on there.
Tell us about your books. Hold on, wait a minute. I know you got a couple of them. Tell us about them. Don't skip past that now.
Yeah. I wrote a book in January 2019, and I pushed it to the side, and I brought it back. I relaunched it. But I have a business book. It's an entrepreneurship guide, and it just provides a lot of information when it comes down to business, of course. But I go through pretty much all of the steps of business, whether it's speaking on how to get started, marketing your business, knowing the legalities behind it. If you are in a brick and mortar location, licensing, how to apply for grants and scholarships, business credit. So it's a lot of different topics. And not only is it a book, but there are journal lines so that when you read through a particular part, you can take notes in it. And also it's asking you questions like, did you contact IRS or whatever, So it's a lot of information in it. And then at the end of the book, I have a lot of resources that I use for like people like my graphics or, websites to the SBA.gov, stuff like that. So yeah, I have an entrepreneurship startup guide, and I'm working on a few other guides. I have a business credit ebook that I just launched. I haven't really made the announcement on that, but I do have that as well. And I teach a business credit webinar like every other week.
Yep, every other week. And so y'all go follow my girl, and y'all better get that book, because some of y'all out here is running a fragrant business that y'all listen, y'all ain't actually running a business, y'all running a hobby, because you haven't got it to the status of a business, to have business credit, like my sister said, to have an extra account, to have the taxes and everything paid on that business. I'm gonna tell you now, you don't want the IRS to come take that business.
Make the mistake. Listen, that's why I tell people to take my class, because I made so many mistakes in business that I wish I hadn't made. I wasted a lot of money, and I just want to teach people not to go through the things.
And I see the passion, because you said I made a lot.
A lot of mistakes, girl. Co-mingling money. I didn't know to have a separate bank account.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to do my taxes. It was just stuff nobody was telling me. I didn't know the difference between sole proprietorship and the LLC. I found a business under sole proprietorship. Didn't realize I should have did an LLC. Now I got to switch everything around. It's just things that you would not know if no one taught you.
Yeah.
But again, you have to be teachable.
That's right.
You have to be coachable. You have to be teachable. But please, I just tell people, yes, you can do it yourself. But if you can obtain the knowledge from someone else, get someone who can help you. It's going to be worth it. I don't care if you do have to spend money. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth it. I can tell you it's gonna be worth it. I know for a fact. I've had that issue, and so we don't want those issues. We want to, have that wealth. We want to have that, that freedom to do it and have that money and accessible to us, not locked down by the IRS. So listen, go get my sisters. Let's tell them your website one more time, because it's some of them that missed it, that need to know right now, that need to humble themselves and go to the site right now.
AngieTheBizCoach.com. And if you can't access it there, you can always just inbox me and I'll send you the link to download it as well. But yeah, it's you should be able to do it from my website. But again, I just launched it literally an hour before coming on with you. So I can't say I clicked every link, but the book is on there and I saw it and it's beautiful. The cover is beautiful because I redid the cover. But yeah, it's, if you can't, just you can always inbox me and I can send you the link to get it. But yeah, I got a book.
Yeah, I'm super excited because I'm going to get it myself. And because listen, I never arrived. I love everybody. When you have a book, I'm on it. And so, also tonight we wanted to talk about me and you have talking about earlier why I started this Woman Winning Wednesday, and I talked about I start. Woman Winning Wednesday because I've seen a lot of our sisters. Uh, we're better if we empower and encourage each other,
Right.
and that makes you stronger, and that makes your brand look better if you able to not hate and promote someone else. And like you have, my sister, you promoted so many women in your business, highlighted them in your business and hired them in your business, and then you do your nonprofit, you done your teas, and you've had women come and speak to other women and encourage them. And I mean, you had hundreds of women at a tea I seen
Yeah.
one time before.
Fearless
um
brunch. Yeah.
Yep. So
It's
I listen.
brunch.
Yeah, your brunch, and they was they looked good. It looked like so much fun. If I wanted in Virginia, I'd have been there. But but you got to understand, you've done so much, and we talked about, that's why I do Woman Winning Wednesday, because I want to encourage, I want to uplift, I want to promote and highlight other women's accomplishments. And most women are, because of one mistake, they'll say that you're canceled. So I want to talk to you about this cancel thing because we real. We're gonna get a little truth up in here, the truth. And
Oh,
so
cancellation season.
yeah, so like yes, it's a can, and they have their own Instagram, a cancellation Instagram right now of people that are being canceled. And I don't want to say their names because I'm not canceling. I don't cancel people accomplishments because the things that they had to go through to get to that accomplishments, they almost died and go to get to their point where they're at right now. And for one mistake, we can cancel somebody. How do you feel about the canceling thing? Tell me a little bit about that.
Honestly, I'm not for cancellation season. You know, every few months or every year or whatever, there's a cancellation season where everyone comes together and say, "Oh, she did such and such or he did such and such. Let's cancel them." Um, I definitely don't think you should cancel our African American women. I don't think so. It's already hard enough out here as it is. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna say African American women. I'm gonna say all black people. All black people. Don't cancel us because it's already hard enough for us as it is. And the one thing I always say about business owners, um, our money is what takes care of our community. So it's not many other races that comes in and hold school supply drives and food drives in the hood and toy drives. It's not other races that do that. It's the black community. So if you cancel us, then how are we going to take care of the community when we need to? So no, I'm not for cancellation season. I'm not for when, a influencer or a business owner makes a mistake or says something that you don't like, that you want to cancel me. And now we start this trend on social media, oh, we're gonna cancel her and cancel her business. I'm not for it. I'm completely against it. Whether it was B Simone and she hired someone to do her book and she didn't realize that a lot of things were copywritten or it was plagiarized, and now, oh, we're gonna cancel her. Oh, she sells cheap lip gloss, but she didn't sell cheap lip gloss when you were buying it, you know. And I'm not for when they cancel Stormy over her saying she lost thousands or whatever amount of money, but look at what she has done. Look where she came from to get where she is now. I can't say I didn't agree wholeheartedly with what she said, but I'm not going to cancel her. Why would I cancel my sister? Why would I cancel somebody who influenced me, who pushed me? I sell the tea. She
Yeah.
pushed me. I said, that girl,
Now you was
I know where she came from. I'm not gonna cancel her. I want to live in a house like that. I want to drive that car. I want to say I got this amount of money in my bank account. I'm not gonna cancel her. I don't believe in cancellation season. I'm sorry, I don't.
I don't either. Like in Ellen, I don't believe in them counseling. I mean, I don't care what a person does. We all make mistakes. And if
Mhm.
our mistakes were highlighted, like if my mistakes was highlighted before I became Chanel Monique, oh my God, if y'all would have knew Monique, like you listen, y'all wouldn't even be listening to me right now. So
I told you, they tried to cancel me back on December 1st because I made a statement about something that happened. But this was in my hometown. They tried to cancel me, but I bounced all around that cancellation. Like, you can't cancel me. Like, I'm the gingerbread man. I don't know, but I'm like, no, you're not going to cancel me. Y'all can say whatever you want if you don't like how I said or what I said, or if you try to change my words and take them into your words, then just unfollow me. But I'm not going to change what I said like I meant what I said. But yeah, they try to cancel me December 1st. I'll never forget it. And I'm going to remind them every chance I get. If you ever see me post December 1st on Facebook, just remember it's because of something that I said that, my town didn't like, but I didn't change my statement. I didn't recant it. It was the truth. So no, I'm not for a cancellation season.
and most times it is the truth. People can't accept the truth. They would rather accept the lie before they accept
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
And most people don't know that ain't growth. When you can accept the actual truth, the realness of a person, I mean, I listen, I want you to say how you feel, because a lot of people got feelings right now bottled up. They want to say right now, and it's killing them.
Mm-hmm.
They dying over there because they didn't say what they felt, and they getting treated any kind of way, they getting done any kind of way. They trying to be friends with somebody who really don't like them because there he is. They trying to follow behind them and connect to them, and they don't even really like you. They don't even if you tell the truth and be real, then they might like you, but you a pushover. Then you ain't been a pushover. Listen. I don't like the counseling, and personally, I don't care who counsels me because I ain't counsel myself.
And I still got them back. PayPal still chickens and
Exactly. And
cash
God's still on my side. He's still fighting my battle. Tell him.
you cancel me, but I got the whole, US that I'm still working for. They still pay for my services. You can cancel me over here, but long as my cash apps and PayPal still increasing, I mean, you can cancel.
That's right. That is right. So I am so excited. Listen, I ain't gonna keep you long. I'm so excited to have you. When you agreed to it, I was like, okay, let me hurry up and get a date. Let me hurry up and get all this set up because I do want my sister, but I wanted to wait on what you was about to launch. I didn't want to rush you because I know how important that is, and I want you to be able to teach these women because you've done it. You paved the way for so many people. You've experienced so much in your life, with your, but you're grinding from the mud to dealing with your mom. Now you're raising your son, he's in college and things like that. And I mean, and then you're going to be a business coach. What do you feel like is next for you? What do you want to do next? That's
Listen, I just told someone today, I was in a blah mood and they asked me why. And I said, it's because I'm so smart and I have so many aspirations. Feel like I want to learn so much. And every time I take one class or I learn, one thing, now I feel like I need to learn something else. I feel like I haven't reached, the level of where I see God taking me.
yeah.
And because I haven't got there yet, and I'm not saying that the race is given to the swift, I'm just saying I see where I am and I love to grow. And I was just in a blah mood today because I know everything I want to do and everything I want to accomplish. So I don't know what God has for me. I just know I'm going to continue to learn. I'm going to continue taking classes. I did set up, I told you I have a life coach. So last couple of weeks ago, I set up my 2021 vision and my goals for 2021. I went ahead and got it out of the way. And I actually told her, I said, write this down for 2022. Yes, it's a year and a half away, but everything in 2021 is going to lead to 2022. So let me go ahead and write that. I mean, we know what the verse is, write the vision, make it plain.
Right.
And so I told her to go ahead and write my goals down that I had created, because I see everything that I'm doing now and everything that I would do in 2021 will lead to everything that I want to do in 2022. So I don't have anything that I'm, working on per se. I just trying to perfect my craft. You have to perfect your craft. You can't continue to. I don't like when I see people start one business and when they don't see it grow. Now I'm going to start this one and they don't see that grow. Oh, now I'm doing a lip gloss line. Oh, now I'm going to sell cakes, or now I'm going to do. I don't like when people bounce from new hobby to new hobby. You take that one thing that you love and that one thing that you're passionate about and you perfect it, because that one thing that you're passionate about could be the one thing that creates your success and make you a millionaire. So don't bounce from hobby to hobby. You take that one thing that you love and make it great. And I'm not saying just post it on social media. No, there's so much that goes into being a great and perfect business owner. No one is perfect as a business owner, but if you never even get to the point where you perfect the craft that you have and the passion that you have, and build that love for it deep down within you, that if you lose it, it's gonna hurt, then you're never gonna get to where you want to be in business. I just can't be a hopper. I want to perfect what it is that I love. That's just me. When I had the boutique, I did everything I wanted to perfect that. And now that I'm a business coach, yeah, I could do a lot of stuff. I could do websites and I could do some graphics and I could do these things, but
Focused on that.
there's no way I can perfect my craft if I put all of my time into doing this. So let me hire someone to do it, because they can listen to my vision and it will allow me the time to work on this other stuff that I need. So you have to perfect your craft. I'm just big on that. Perfect your craft and stop creating hobbies, hobby after hobby after hobby. Make it a business. Let's make some money.
Listen. That was, y'all ladies better had y'all pen when y'all when she said that, or go do the replay, because that is so important. Most people don't understand that people don't trust hoppers. I don't trust the hopper. Now, if you hopping from one thing to next thing and you're not consistently sticking to this thing that you've already started, then that tells me a lot about you. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't, and most people don't do business with people that are hoppers, because your mind is not in one stable enough to teach a person about a business because you haven't perfected it yet. You have, I can't. And I support everybody business. I'm not saying that if that next thing might make you a millionaire, but I do watch that when a person is flipping from one thing to another. That's big to me. If you consistent, I love consistency. That is
Mm-hmm.
one thing about me. I love a person that's consistently doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like you said, you were consistently in your business, consistently posting your business. You were consistently upgrading, hiring different people, enhancing. You were consistently, talking about your coach and the person that was coaching you. That tells a lot about a person. That personal life, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's what they do in their business life that should matter. Like, what are they doing? How are they helping, being a boss and hiring people? They putting money in somebody else's pocket. How are they telling you about, listen, I got this book out, I want to teach you not to make these mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that you said that, because some people don't never say it, because I see people start a new business every week, and I'm like, I prayed for their success, but you're not, wait a
About
minute.
retention too. You don't want to. It's about retention. Once you get someone and they support you, you want to have them continue to support what you do, because customers are business hoppers too. Because they may know five people that own a boutique, and I'm not saying that they should not shop with all five, but you should have your business so great and your service to be your service should be so good that they want to continue to shop with you.
Mm-hmm.
So poppers. But what are you doing to keep your customer? That's what you need to work on. That's why I say perfect your craft so that they won't hop from business to business and
Instant.
person
Yeah.
to person.
Retention, and retention is the key to success. I'm gonna tell you that now. A repetitive customer can that's
You want
important.
to keep your customers.
Yep, you don't want to have to keep going out there getting them. You want to keep the ones that the loyal ones that you got. And so, and they're gonna keep spending money with you. And so, I just love that. Listen, you just sparked something in me. You know, you said perfect that crap, and that's the thing. Well, us women have to perfect one thing that we that's passionate about. Because I got up this morning thinking about Woman Winning Wednesday. I love doing Woman Winning Wednesday. I do social media out in Fredericksburg when I go out and interview business owners and things like that. I mean, this drives me to encourage and promote someone else. And so I had to think of new ways. How can I enhance my business? How can I? Well, I didn't even say it's a business. I mean, how can I enhance my passion? Because if it's your passion, it's gonna bring your money in. I'm gonna just
Yeah,
tell you that now.
right.
And so and everything else, you're gonna draw people in. You're gonna have people come after you. You're gonna have money chase you. You ain't gonna have to chase the money. And so I'm excited for you. I know great things are coming from you because listen, you've already had great. Listen, you just sprinkling greatness. Uh, don't stop what you're doing because women need you. They really need to connect with you. And if you guys, like I told y'all before, if y'all on Facebook, connect with and y'all they listen and connect with the women on here. A lot of women that I've seen, they supporting the other women that get on here. They're buying their books. They're going out and doing their coaching. I've seen them launch courses, from coming on Woman Winning Wednesday, and that's what it's about because she can teach you some stuff that God knows Chanel probably don't want to go through.
Well, yeah, make sure y'all follow me. Like I said, my website, I did, I launched it today. It's not perfect. There's some changes that need to be made, but I felt
Oh,
like I
you
was coming on this
perfect. It's
show
perfect. Don't
and
say that.
I
Don't
was
say that. It's perfect because
it
nobody
is
don't know it's
perfect.
not
It
perfect
is.
but you,
I'm gonna add
girl.
some things on, but I just wanted it to, be accessible to the viewers. And I want them to follow me, follow my Facebook, Angie the Biz Coach, and follow my Instagram. And listen, if you ever see someone posting on Instagram, just hit that heart and like it. Because small business owners, we get lost in algorithms. And, if people don't know what algorithms is, it's a way for social media to hide, the smaller people and to bring the bigger people forward. So if you're like me, a small business owner, and I may have 400 followers on Instagram, but someone else who has 10,000 followers on Instagram, their, picture or video, whatever, will continue to show, but mine will be hidden. So it's the world of algorithms. So if you see that your friend who's a business owner just posts on Facebook or posts on Instagram, I don't care if you read it, I don't care if you listen to the video, just hit the like because it's going to help push their business forward. Just hit the like. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to read it. Just hit the like.
And I do that. That's me. So you'll see me on your post like, yes, love you. Good morning. How you doing? I love the post because I know about the algorithm. And most people don't understand that. Most people don't understand if they like it, it pushes it back up so somebody else can see it. If you comment on it, it pushes it back up so somebody else can see it. It keeps them in heavy rotation. And that's how most of, I keep my stuff in heavy rotation is because I'll go back even to comment and reach back out to love the comment that they made to be able to get back up. Yep, that's how you do it. And then I go back again later on and I'll comment on it and it'll push it right back up again and they'll see it again. Yeah. And so, and most people don't understand that, you just scrolling through. Love it, love it, love it. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. What it cost you to love a post, to comment on the post, to say good morning, to say how you doing, to say gorgeous, to encourage your sister. God, I'm so proud of you. I share her stuff. What does it cost you? It don't cost you nothing but your insecurity. I'm just saying, because most women that can't do that, it's something within them that's stopping them. And when you get out of that, you get out your own way, because God will then start elevating you, because you don't have that hate or whatever it is that's blocking you from going to the next level. How can he trust you to go to the next level and you can't even contain yourself at this level? You can't even do right by people at this level. How can he give you masses if you can't do what you're doing with what you got?
Mm-hmm. That's
And
fact.
most people don't understand that. They want to have an arena of followers, but is your heart right? Are you loving people posts? Are you sharing people's stuff? Are you supporting people? Are you buying their products? Even, I got so many books. Like, I mean, I'm gonna go get your book, so because you didn't send me the stuff, but and I had to tell y'all that online, because I normally have the book in my hand at Angie, or the ebook in my hand, Angie.
I'm
But
sorry. I took a little mini vacation.
yeah, so it's okay. You took your vacation. I want you, and a vacation is good. A vacation is good because I see you working. I see you got a new photo spread coming out, photo shoot coming out, and so that's good. And keep sharing it, keep doing it, keep promoting yourself, keep doing everything that you're doing, because I'm telling you, people need it. And they're watching, even if they're not liking, they watching. And those are the most people that are watching you, is the ones that are not liking it. Those are
Listen,
the ones.
let me tell you something. I turned 40 in June. Y'all know that's all I be talking about, how I turned 40 in June, child. I turned 40 in June. So I did my little photo shoot. I didn't care who was mad, who didn't like it, who did love it. I did my photo shoot. I turned 40, girl. I got 40 with a 19-year-old, soon to be 20. I'm happy. Like, I'm in
And
a happy
hold
place
up. Well,
today.
let me. You said 40, and you don't look a day over the 20. So wait a minute.
Girl, I
Wait a
got
minute.
good things, girl. My grandma
You don't
did
look
it
a
right.
day older.
Both of my grandmas, girl, they look good too.
But I ain't gonna even say you look 20. You look like about 15, 16 now.
It's just great to be at a happy place in life. When you've been, you've gone through depression, and a single parent. And when I look back at where I came from, it's just such a blessing. And I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been as happy as where I am right now. And
Oh.
all I can do is thank for it. I mean, I'm just in a really happy place. I love it.
And I'm glad you are, because you glowing, girl. You glowing, and we can tell. And keep doing
So
your
it ain't the ring light.
And look, and if you got, I know you probably sold out your boutique stuff, but if you got some extra stuff, your girl, listen, yeah, we can connect on another level on that, because I need some show clothes. Look, I'm throwing it out there.
I gotta look and see what's left. I do have some things left.
But listen, I'm so glad that you came on tonight. It's been a ball. We haven't even talked before. This is our first time actually meeting. It feel like we've known each other forever.
That's
So
my first time talking.
it's the first time. So and most of the people that sometimes that get on here, that they're my first time talking with them, and that shows a lot about you, that you can, and we can just come together like we've been known each other, forever. And so y'all sisters, you see how down to earth my sister is. You see that she had years of experience. She has the resume to go behind her business coaching. So go and connect with her and get that ebook, get the coaching, because she gonna teach you some things that you're gonna need to know in this next season that's coming up in your business. And so you got something else to say before we go? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't really have much to say. I just want to say, I want to invite everyone to join my business class. I do have a class coming up. It was originally slated for September 12th and 13th, and I think it still may be those dates. I may push it back a week, but I'm having my business master class that I usually have twice a year. The first day is the master class that teaches you. We're going to speak about a lot of things about business, but it's a 2-day class. And then the second day on the 13th is a business credit class. So it's a 2-day master class. We're going to speak on business, and we're going to speak on business credit. So I do want everybody to join that. It's again on my website, angiethebizcoach.com. There will be an early bird registration amount, and I think it may be on there. I'm not quite sure, but if you follow my Instagram page, Angie the Biz Coach, all of that will be on there. But if you are a business owner, or you know someone who's a business owner, or someone who wants to be a business owner, join my class. And then I also have an academy. It's called the Aspiring Entrepreneur Academy. That's going to launch in September. And what I'm doing with that class is a 6-week course that entrepreneurs or people who want to be entrepreneurs can join, and they'll attend each week. And then I'm also opening that up to people who have a criminal record, females, and it's going to be free for them. So yeah, that's what I pretty much have going on. But if you follow my Instagram page, Angie the Biz Coach, all of that information will be on there.
And that's amazing. You just said some amazing things. You love to give back. And so, you guys, I want you to go and follow my girl Angie, the biz coach. Go to her website. I can say it one more time for you. I've been following her for years. And so I've seen her go and grow and do so many amazing things. And so I tell you, I'm so excited to have her here. I'm glad she said yes. And listen, and I listen, it don't end here, you guys. So if you guys, know somebody else that you can want to refer over as a guest on Woman Winning Wednesday, refer your sister over. It ain't got to be you. Refer your sister over. Tell I have people that nominate women that come on the show, and it's amazing because most people don't nominate you. They don't highlight you. And so I want women to get on here, and I want to see everybody. I believe we all can eat. I believe it's enough for everybody. And so I want to see all of us women be successful. Angie, I want to thank you again for coming on. I'm super honored to have you. I pray success over everything that you touch. I know that everything that you touch will turn to gold. And I know that you're going to create so many millionaires. I already know it. I see it. You ain't got to tell me. Listen, I'm prophesying this right now. So, girl, listen, I am super excited. I wish you good health, and I wish you nothing but success, and continue to shine, and don't worry about the rest because you ain't a part of them. You ain't never been a part of them, and you ain't a part of them.
Thank
So
you for
I
having me on. I mean, it's great to have a platform to be able to speak about, what you love to do. So thank you for, that opportunity. And it's, just to showcase and highlight women. So thank you for highlighting us all, not just me, but, all of us women, and you will grow, and this is going to be successful. And I see many, many, many more women, coming on. We might see you on TV, girl.
that's the goal, that's the goal. I want to, like I told, like you said, you made the vision. I wrote the vision. I made it plain on, with my health. My health, this helps my health. Like me being, like you said, I'm at the happiest place in my life right now. And so me being able to do things that, my health wouldn't affect my health. I can feel bad right now, but I'm going to do this because this is my passion. I could be feeling sick, my stomach hurt, my hair hurt right now, but I can do this because this is my passion. It's what drives me. And when you have that type of passion, you don't even think about the illness. Now, maybe when I get off, I might be a little tired and oh gosh, you gotta go take this meds, but and drink some water. But this right here is what I love to do. And so with my health, my health won't stop it. And that's the thing about you. You can't let things, obstacles that come in your life stop you. Roadblocks gonna come. Opposition gonna come. Sickness may come. Family, issues may come. Children, behaving, misbehaving may come, and that's a given. We think about who we were. It's a given, and so you gotta persevere through all of that. And that's the thing about me doing this is I'm able to persevere through. Nothing stops me from thinking about sharing and encouraging and uplifting another woman because that keeps my mind off my own problems. and
Mhm.
and that's how I be able to live. That's how I'm able to go. That's how I'm able to keep going and not stop and not give up you
Okay.
know So and I know you already understand because you know you had your mother and things like that. So and your grandma as well. You got your grandma as well,
Mhm.
and so and you have your son, and so you how
My
that
son.
one more question: how was you able to persevere through all of that that you've went through, that you've had to go through? How did you do it?
You know, my mom passed in 2012, and I think it was, that push of making sure, I made her proud of me, and then to have to, you know, put my son in college alone by myself, and that was kind of like that push I needed. But I can really say I lost my faith at one time. I lost my faith in God, but when He restored it, there's nothing like being able to trust God in situations that you didn't think were going to turn around for your good. And, even this year alone, God turned a situation around that I cried for months, and He switched it around. And I think that's what brought my joy and happiness completely back. I didn't lose faith in Him, but there was a time I did. But to know that through it all, that God still will hold you up when you thought you failed,
Yeah.
I think that's, I have to give Him credit. So that's how I persevere through everything. Because even when I lose faith, God reminds me that He's still here.
Yes.
So if it wasn't for God, I don't know where I'd be. Many of us would not. So yeah, that it God gets the credit.
That's right. That's who gets the credit in my life. Because I tell you, without him, I listen. I'd have been somewhere that I wasn't supposed to be right now.
Right.
So and you get weary. Trust me, we get weary. I went through, like I told everybody a couple of weeks ago, I got weary because I felt like things wasn't happening, and then kept having to go listen to these doctors say stuff, but I know I had to remind myself where God has brought me from. And that's the thing that you say. You have to remind yourself where He brought you from, and he gonna bring you out that situation. He gonna turn it around. It's gonna work for your good. And what you're going through and what you're doing right now, it's working for your good because it turned into another business on another level. And so I'm super excited for Angie, the business coach. Listen, y'all got, like I said one more time, if y'all don't hear me, y'all to hear me this time. Like, go get your girl ebook and go to her website, join her business coaching class. I'm just saying, like she said, we have to support our sisters because that's the majority of the money comes from. That's the majority of the help. That's the majority of the women that got organizations right now is us sisters. We're trying to help other sisters, but how can we help other sisters without the support of others?
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Mm-hmm.
way. And so I'm your girl, Chanel Monique. I'm ChanelMonique.com, CelebrityStyleHairs.com. We'll be back next Wednesday. We have some amazing women coming on, entrepreneurs, authors. I mean, and she's a phenomenon. And so you guys just pay attention. 7:30, the same time, right here. Your girl, Chanel Monique, ChanelMonique.com. I love you guys, and you guys have a great winning Wednesday. You ain't got to be a woman. It's just a winning Wednesday. You woke up, you winning. If you got breath, you winning. If you got a roof over your head, you winning. You got food on your table, you are winning. Okay, you healthy. All right, now in this season, you winning. So I can't listen. We do is win, win, win. Winning woman, winning Wednesday. Your girl Chanel Monique, and we out.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you,
baby.
Angie.